Hey troops, it's Roy from Geeks Adventures. Woohoo! Broadcasting from the green couch in the Clintonville section of Columbus, Ohio. So, it's July. You know what that means? No, it doesn't mean the year's halfway over and blah, 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 blah. No, it means San Diego Comic Con! Yeah! Comic Con! Comic Con! Comic Con! Okay, the bad news is like for a lot of comic book fans, you get kind of cranky right now because it's called Comic Con, not Multimedia Con. But let's be honest, it's kind of turned into that. Sorry. Although let's be honest here, the good news is that if you actually look at the program, there is a ton of comic book stuff. So hey, it's all cool. But we're here for trailers. Sorry, Studio H, baby. And for this particular vlogcast, don't worry, we're doing the other ones. It's okay. Doing Godzilla and Glass, yeah, baby, woo! And actually, the funny thing is, in the midst of the umpteenth number of universes that studios have jumped on the bandwagon for, the entire Disney multiverse money-making machine from Hades, and that was before they got before Fox. And everyone's jumping on the bandwagon trying to create something. I mean, Warner Brothers, of course, a deep sea, whatever train wreck you want to call it at this point. Well, the good news is that we'll get to those two trailers later. You got that. You got the Potterverse. You got Universal going some monster thing that blew up on our face because the Mummy just kind of tanked. So we're gonna do something else, I guess. To the nigh, who knows what Hasbro is thinking with their Transformers what was it? Transformers, G.I. Joe, Mask, Micronauts, ROM, pick your toy line. The Toyverse that whoever got stuck with it going, checked it and bounce. Right, to create this thing. But buried amongst all these other universes that doing all right. Case in point, Godzilla and Glass. Actually, Glass is probably the most unexpected one. Not the M. Night Shyamalan universe, the twist pseudo superhero verse. For those who are unfamiliar, this all started actually with Unbreakable years ago when M. Night Shyamalan was the hot name in films, yada, yada, yada. And, that was an unexpected hit. I mean, it wasn't a huge movie by any means, but it did well, and it was one of those neat films, which at the time when he wasn't getting lame was little twist at the end, was cool. And it was an understated, but as realistic as you can take on the superhero idea. The way it ended, it was like, oh, okay, it's a cool story, and you got David Dunn on one side, and Samuel L. Jackson's character on the other side. I mean, it was fun. And then last year, all of a sudden, M. Night's becoming the name again. Little by little, all of a sudden, it's like, okay, a couple things are coming out, you're getting your mojo back, and then Split came out, and everyone went, oh my god! One of the most fun reveals. You get this great, a fun movie with James McAvoy just going, wow, with the Horde. And then all of a sudden you're like, well, it was a cool story, and then at the end, the gymongous reveal of this is the same universe, and Bruce Willis doing his little cameo at the end. Well, now Glass and the big trailer released at, of course, Comic-Con. The trailer looks so fun. You go to Google, all right? Go to YouTube. There are 20 billion ways to look at the trailer. And because we're now in the 21st century where there's a decent amount of broadband now as opposed to, 3 years ago where you're going, refresh. Great, every geek on the planet is making the internet crash. Hey, unless you got 20 billion hits on the set, 20 billion views on the same day, you'll be fine. The trailer looks great. it's fun to watch with all these people kind of having the real the realistic take of sure you're super powered. Yeah, right, whatever. And on the other hand, seeing Samuel L. Jackson's character Mr. Glass kind of even being in a in the sanitarium prison, whatever you want to call it, and having everyone doubt everything, still has that look of this is going exactly where I want to go. um it's one of the, frankly, it's one of the great wonderful surprises in film right now, the fact that M Night's been able to create this little. I mean, how far is this universe going to go? Who knows? Um, I don't expect to see 87 sequels to this. I don't think we're going to see Unbreakable Part 75 or anything like that. Although it does beg the question. So what happened to the kid? And of course, all the 5 billion things you ask when you're a geek and thinking about this stuff way too much, which is what we do. But it does look wonderful, and to see James McAvoy's horde, really explode to life, just everything coming together. It looks like it's going to be awesome. And speaking of awesome, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, yeah! Which, I mean, at the end of the first movie, you're like, oh, odds are. I mean, come on, it's Godzilla. You've been raised with that property. All of us have seen a Godzilla film at some point, with reactions ranging anywhere from, wow, that suit looks really corny, to, if you didn't call it Godzilla, it would actually be a fun movie. And also, Jean Reno is the only Frenchman that's allowed to be a badass, isn't he? And all points in between from there. Movie looks really cool, and of course, let's be frank here though, the real excitement didn't start until you got the reveal at the end of Kong Skull Island, where you go, oh my god, it's King Ghidorah and everybody else. The trailer right now, it does look. I mean, you see the reveals of Rodan, and I love at this point. You're not really you're getting. Yes, it's the Jaws trick where you don't see the whole thing, which is cool because I can't imagine what it'll be like seeing King Ghidorah next year on the big screen, and to see the reimagining of it and just going. Bad news is for both these films, gotta wait. Suck. But hey, such is life, right? But yeah, it's the beginning. Yay! It's Comic-Con time. Let the trailers roll, baby. Woo! So there you go. Hey, I hope you all have a good weekend. May the force be with you. May the odds be in your favor. And as always, be good to each other. Okay, peeps. Peace. Bye.